Have you ever wondered what price a person truly pays for fame? Some say the cost is far more sinister than anything we could imagine. What if I told you that some of the world's biggest stars didn't just work for their fame, but made a deal with the devil himself? Tonight, we dive into a chilling theory that's haunted the music and entertainment world for decades. And trust me, what we uncover will make you question everything you thought you knew about fame and the dark forces that may be behind it. But here's the real question. Did these celebrities really sell their souls for fame? Or are we just feeding into a twisted myth? From rock legends to pop icons, the rumors are everywhere. In this video, we'll peel back the layers and reveal the shocking truths that some would rather stay buried. By the end, you'll be left wondering, is this story just a legend, or is there a much darker reality behind the curtain? Stay with us, because the answers you're about to hear might haunt you long after the video ends. Long ago, a legend began to circulate in the shadows of music. It tells of a man, an unknown guitarist, who made a deal with an ominous presence, someone who dwells in the darkness. Robert Johnson, one of the greatest names in blues, was the first to be tied to the story. They say he disappeared for months, and when he returned, his guitar skills were beyond human, supernatural. And then, the rumor began, Johnson had sold his soul to the devil at a desolate crossroads in Mississippi. But this wasn't just a story, it became a myth. For decades, musicians and artists saw in Johnson an example of the price of fame, believing that, to achieve success, one had to pay a debt to something beyond this world. And Robert Johnson wasn't the only one to bear this burden. The myth spread, taking on a life of its own, fueling even darker theories. And then came the rock legends, the metal gods. Think of Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, with his heavy music and sinister lyrics. Or even Eric Clapton, who, though he claimed fame destroyed him from within, never fully escaped the stories of pacts and hidden forces. The tales kept piling up, and soon it didn't matter where you looked. Musicians and artists throughout history seemed to be tangled in these shadows. But why is this so captivating? Why do people feel this overwhelming need to believe that these icons gave themselves to something dark, something bigger than they are? Is it the fear of the unknown, or simply the idea that greatness must come with a terrible price? Fame, it's a dream for many, but what's the true cost? What are you willing to give up in exchange for the spotlight? Behind the glitter and glamour of stardom lies a darker reality. For some, it's not just about hard work and talent. It's about paying a price that no one talks about. Take a look at the tragic stories of legends like Kurt Cobain and Whitney Houston. These stars lived a life of excess, of constant pressure, addiction, and isolation. We often see them on the covers of magazines, with smiles that hide the torment beneath. But what we don't see are the sleepless nights, the broken relationships, the personal demons they fought behind closed doors. The pressure to be perfect, to stay on top, can eat away at even the strongest of people. Fame demands more than just talent. It demands sacrifices. And some of these sacrifices come in the form of your very soul. We hear about the late-night deals, the promises made in desperation, the toll it takes on someone's mind and spirit. Is this the real price of fame? Or is it just another version of the pact? It's not just the rock stars or movie icons. It's anyone who's ever chased the limelight, the constant surveillance, the expectations, the need to be adored. They all wear you down, breaking down the very essence of who you are. And for some, the line between who they were before the fame and who they've become becomes blurred beyond recognition. Is it worth it? Is being in the spotlight worth losing your peace, your happiness, your identity? Decades have passed, and the myth of the Devil's Pact hasn't faded. In fact, it has only grown stronger as icons of music and cinema continue to feed into the public's fascination. Artists like Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, and Jay-Z have become symbols of this dark cult of celebrity, constantly linked to occult symbols, subliminal messages, and an aura of mystery that attracts both adoration and fear. Beyoncé, with her music videos packed with symbols and allegories, is a perfect example. Colors, gestures, and even the stage she performs on are surrounded by theories and speculations. What are these images, if not a reflection of something bigger? Something that connects her to forces beyond the understanding of the average person? Lady Gaga has also become an icon of mystery. Her performances, full of symbolism, and her constant reinvention of image spark ongoing discussions about what she truly represents. Her obsession with the occult and how she plays with public perception make her a constant target of darker theories. Of course, we can't forget about Jay-Z. The famous rapper and mogul is deeply immersed in theories about secret societies and mysterious connections. With his meteoric rise and entertainment empire, he, like many others, is seen by some as someone who gained his power through something more than hard work and talent. It's not just the symbolism, but the way these artists challenge the audience to ask, what really happens behind the scenes? Is there something real behind the curtain, or are we just projecting our own insecurities? These figures, these stars, create an almost inexplicable energy field. When you watch one of these artists perform, there's a feeling that they're not just human. There's something bigger at play, a presence, an energy that goes beyond what we see. But is this energy just a show? Or is there something deeper going on? Something that connects these artists to forces we can't comprehend? Now, let's pause for a moment. Think about it. All of these stories, all of these theories, do they truly have a basis in reality? Or are we simply drawn to the idea that there's something greater at work behind the scenes? Is it possible that these stars have truly made deals with dark forces? Or is the price of fame more psychological than we'd like to admit? We've seen the legends, we've heard the rumors, but is there more to it? Could the dark side of fame really be something more than just the myths we've told ourselves? Stay with me, because what we uncover next will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the price of fame. We're about to dig even deeper into the heart of the mystery. Are you ready for what comes next? Trust me, you won't want to miss it. But what if I told you there's more to these stories than just secret deals or fanciful theories? What if you knew that some of these stars are actually facing something that goes beyond fame? Something that touches their souls in a way we can't understand. The external pressures are just the tip of the iceberg. Some say there's an underground network, a dark truth that these artists will never reveal. A truth that, if discovered, could destroy their careers. But why doesn't anyone talk about it? Why do these stars continue to flirt with mystery, to dance with danger, but never truly reveal the truth? Are they trapped? Or are they just giving the fans exactly what they want to see? Is there a real pact? Or is it all just a facade created to keep us all at the edge of reality? With every new rumor, every new theory, every hidden symbol, the mystery only grows. The pressure to maintain their public image, to be perfect, to stay on top, is crushing. And for some, it becomes an obsession with controlling their own lives and the public's perception. And maybe, just maybe, something darker is happening behind all of our eyes. But what happens when the line between what's real and what's staged starts to completely disappear? When the artists truly no longer know where the show ends and their real life begins? What happens when they become so immersed in their own legend, they start to believe the lie they've created? So, what's really going on behind this veil of mystery? Are these artists really making deals with dark forces? Or is the truth even darker than we could ever imagine? Over the years, many have begun to question if fame and power aren't just the result of talent and hard work, but also the choices these artists make, often in moments of extreme vulnerability. What few know is that the stories about devil's pacts may be more than simple myths. In some cases, there's an uncomfortable truth behind these legends, a truth that, in many cases, is more symbolic than literal. These artists, in their insatiable pursuit of power and success, may have lost their own identities, their peace of mind, and perhaps even their souls, as fame consumed everything that was left of them. Look at those who sank into drugs, abuse, and loneliness. Many of them never managed to escape that spiral. The price of fame is often invisible to our eyes, but the truth is, the real pact is the promise that, to hold on to everything they've gained, they must sacrifice something fundamental, something that can never be reclaimed. The big question is fame worth that price? When you reach the top, who do you really become? And by selling your soul to the world, do you lose something far more important? Your true essence. What makes you human?